Hey y'all. What is the number one struggle that you think you face logistically when it comes to content creation? And is it the exact same as mine when I first started? Because mine was content storage, organization, and distribution. As content creators, we create terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of our own content constantly. We're constantly making content. You know the life rule. Everything is content. Well, that piles up. Finding a way to store and organize that and then distribute that to our clients is crucial. So today we're going to go over a few of the options. We're only going to cover some of the more common ones. We're not going to even go in depth on the terms of service of these either. However, y'all already know rule number one, read the terms of service of every single thing you get into. So let's get into it. We're going to start with Google Drive and Google Photos. So basically Google One. This is a widely used option for content storage because many devices, especially if you have an Android like I do, your photos automatically sync with Google Photos and they sync into their cloud server. Again, that cloud server is called Google One, and all of my photos already have it to where they auto upload to my Google One. Personally, when it comes to the organization of Google Photos, she's clunky. She's a clunky girl. And it's a pain for me to have to go back and reorganize things in albums and all that. And to store shareable content, Google Drive allows you to upload, organize, and store just about any and all media / file types / whatever you can imagine. You can then get a link to either a specific piece of media or a folder. Horrendous option for adult content creators. It is blatantly against Google Drive's terms of service to distribute Google Drive links that correspond to adult content. Google is so firm against that it's not unheard of to hear reports of adult content creators having their full Google account shut down. I don't know about y'all, but I think of how many logins I have tied to that Google account, I would be beyond screwed. Their terms of service specifically states, do not distribute content that contains sexually explicit material such as nudity, graphic sex acts, and pornographic material. This includes driving traffic to commercial pornography sites. We allow nudity for educational, documentary, specific, or artistic purposes. What we're doing is not necessarily documentary work. So our account, if we use Google Drive links to share adult content, we can have our account taken down. Like I said, I would be 6 ways to Sunday screwed, so I do not use Google Drive to share content. Google Drive has both a free and a paid option. The free plan comes with every Google account that you get. It has 15 gigabytes. Something important to keep in mind, your Drive, your Gmail, your photos, everything shares to the same amount of storage. So that 15 gigabytes fills up fast. You do have a second option at about $2 a month for 100 gig, and you even have up to 2 terabytes of storage for $10 a month. You can do 5 terabytes of storage if you're getting that high for $25 a month. And finally, 10 terabytes of storage for $50 a month. Just note, if you're at the stage of having 10 plus terabytes of storage, consider another option. Consider a better option. And NAS might be a great option, which is something we'll touch on in just a minute. Then we have my go-to. So like I said, I don't use Google Drive. I don't trust her, so I use Dropbox. Dropbox is another option for storage, though I will admit she's not as intuitively built in as Google Photos. There is an option in your Dropbox settings to automatically have photos and videos taken on your device uploaded to a Dropbox folder to sync with your files, but you can't really organize where those photos go. They just go into one file and then you'll have to redisperse them. So it's not the neatest, it's not the cleanest, but it's there as an option. I personally use Dropbox to store a lot. So my custom videos are on Dropbox. I have folders for my pre-made videos. I have sets of photos that I like put in the work, photo sets I put in the work on that I don't want to lose. I have them there too, along with a whole bunch of like business files and content related pieces that go with my business. Dropbox is my girl. She's my workhorse. She is a okay sharing option. I'm not going to say she's 100% sex worker friendly because she's not. That being said, it's a hell of a lot more tolerant of us than Google Drive is. So their terms of service is vague on this, to say the least. Their entire terms of service regarding this is do not publish, share, or store materials that constitute ... unlawful pornography or are otherwise indecent. Unlawful pornography or are otherwise indecent. Okay, y'all, there's no further clarification on what jurisdiction they're looking for the lawful portion and what they consider indecent. I reached out to them twice now regarding clarification on that, and I've never received it. And no response. I still personally use Dropbox. Not only to store that content, but also I put my trust in her to distribute my content that way. As I said, I prefer Dropbox for that for a couple reasons. So one of them is that looser terms of service. We think she's looser. No clarification again. The second being that there's more security. So the Dropbox plan I am on, when sharing a link, I can either allow or disallow downloads. And I can require a password. I can cancel a link, which will boot everyone from it. I can edit a link along with so many other security features. Many of my clients, I do know, prefer Dropbox as an option because they don't have to always be like signed in to be able to view it or download the content if I left downloads on. Dropbox has a free plan and so many paid options. 2 gigabytes of their storage is their free option, and their next one up is quite a jump. It gives you 2 terabytes of storage, and that's for $12 a month. And then you have 9 terabytes for $20 a month. They have more options available as well. Moving to an option that's often utilized less as a content storage and more just for content distribution. WeTransfer. So like I said, WeTransfer, not the strongest file storing option, especially with their free plan. However, a pretty solid option for sharing content. To use WeTransfer to distribute content, you would create an account, a free account. Then you upload a file. You select either email transfer, and that sends a copy of your file via email to someone, or a send transfer link. To share a link, which mostly is what we do when distributing content, you upload the image or the video or content or what have you to their servers, click get a link, give it a minute to load. Depending on the file size you got, it could be a longer wait. For me, that was around 1 gig. It took about 5 minutes to upload and be ready to share. Once that file is uploaded, it will populate your link, and then you just copy, share with your client, good to go. WeTransfer has 4 payment pricing plans. They have that free option, and you can send up to 2 gigabytes of files at a time. Their next payment pricing option is $15 a month, and you can send and receive up to 200 gigabytes a month. So if you're sending a lot of content, that might be a good option. Again, you can store on a paid plan. It's still just not the most intuitive or best overall. Their final option is $25 a month with unlimited storage and no size limits on file transfers. So when we talk their terms of service, remember when I was complaining about Dropbox being vague? Well, guess what? We're in the vague territory all over again. They don't specifically mention anything regarding storing or distributing adult content. However, they do state to not use their platform for anything that is, okay, hear me out, obscene, defamatory, libelous, slanderous, profane, indecent, discriminating, threatening, abusive, harm, lewd, vulgar, or unlawful. No clarification. What do we define as obscene? What is indecent? What is vulgar or lewd? I cannot tell you. I cannot tell you because they do not clarify anywhere. But WeTransfer, if you are just shooting off a single file, a one-off, it is a great option. Let's talk Telegram, because she is a gorgeous girl for not only content storage, but content sharing as well. And y'all, I'm going to do a full-blown video on just how I utilize Telegram for content sharing and storage. But Telegram, as we know, is a chat app. She's a great option for sending content to your buyers. You can send audio, video, files, documents, you name it, you can send it. Sending content from your device to a buyer is fairly fast in comparison to other apps, and I would say it's pretty comparable to the speed of Dropbox. To store content, you simply upload or forward the message containing the media you want into your saved messages, or as I do, into storage channels or groups, and it is permanently uploaded to their server. You can clear your data, you can clear your cache, it is still right there for you. I have a super group with topics for all of my pre-made videos stored into those topics depending on the theme of the content. And I have it further organized into hashtags, and even in my saved messages where I have a whole bunch of stuff saved there, I have those labeled as well. I'll kind of show you what the hashtags look like and what those labels look like here as well. Sending content from within Telegram is, if you have it uploaded, it's instant. So once that content is uploaded to Telegram's servers once, it is as simple as pressing forward, clearing the caption or the sender's name, press send, and the video is immediately in the chat where you want it to go. Once uploaded, like I said, that content is on Telegram's encrypted servers, and it's accessible to you from any account you have access to the messages or group or channel or wherever. You're also able to re-download them onto your device as well. Y'all, this is a fantastic option if a large portion of your business is conducted there. It's a fantastic option. Unfortunately, though, you cannot make a link to share that content outside of Telegram. So if you need to get those videos off Telegram and share with someone who's not on Telegram, you do have to download it and then use one of those file sharing or transfer services I mentioned previously. I feel zero concern whatsoever when it comes to a terms of service violation. Telegram notoriously stays the hell out of your private business, and if we remember, their only term of service is to not post illegal pornography publicly. Should be fine there, right? So Telegram does have a free and a paid version. Both have that unlimited cloud storage. The biggest difference we're going to look at with Telegram Pro and free in terms of this video is just going to be the free version allows sending up to 2 gigabytes per message. So you can send a video file up to 2 gigabytes. But the paid version allows you to go up to 4 gigabytes per message. I have sent full-blown 30-minute long videos and have not gone above that 2 gigabyte. I am a paid girly now. I do pay for Telegram Pro now, and I love her. I love her. We've done videos on why, but you don't need it. That paid version is $5 a month. Okay, now let's say you're at the point where you actually have terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of content. Might be about time to consider a NAS or a network attached storage. A network attached storage server replaces the need for exterior cloud servers. So instead of using someone else You house your own server. The device connects to your home internet, and rather than storing all of your files on your hard drive, all of the device's files in your network can be stored on the NAS external drive. For remote access of these files, you can use a VPN to access your home network even, so you could still have access to these files that are in your home's server while you're out and about, which is an amazing option. Some also have websites and apps that you can use to access these files remotely. These are a fantastic option for storage. Like I said, if you're within the terabyte and subscription after storage subscription category, if you're paying $30-40 a month for storage, it might be time to look at an NAS. They can have options for data sharing as well. I'm going to admit to y'all about not knowing so much about the safety and security of these, so do so much research on these. Just do so much research, and if y'all want me to go ahead and sit down and do a resource on a network attached storage, just let me know and we can look at that. A NAS or network attached storage removes the monthly subscriptions for storage solutions, but it's gonna have the highest upfront cost. The upfront cost is going to vary widely in price depending on so many factors. You could look at anything from $100 to $1,500. And that's not also accounting for the hard drives. As the hard drive device, they don't come with the network attached storage. So pricing on those depend on the speed, the capacity, and the brand, things like that. And those are not necessarily the long and short of the upfront costs you could be facing, but some to keep in mind. But if you're paying, $50, $70+ a month for this subscription and this subscription and this subscription for all of your storage solutions, it might be time. The terms of service for a network attached storage are just impossible to pin down right now. It's going to depend on the system you go with and just about all the decisions you have to make first, including the system, the devices. That's going to depend on your terms of service. Just like with everything, give them a read and know what you're agreeing to before you're agreeing. Content storage and content organization and sharing will forever be one of the biggest struggles that us adult content creators and content creators in general will face. And we're going to fight that battle on a daily basis. But some of those outlined solutions can help you out. So for myself, like I said, I'm a Dropbox girly. I am a Dropbox girly. I organized my photos within my own separate hard drive as well, so I keep a hard copy, and I utilize Telegram. This combo works really well for me. It nails out all of the big things I need for my storage organization and sharing, but that perfect formula of options is going to be different per person, per needs. So be certain to look into whatever option you choose by reading those terms of service in depth before y'all dive in deep. Alrighty, y'all. I hope some of this helped out. I hope you guys are staying so safe. I hope you are staying so sane, and I really hope you are flourishing.